Yo, what's going on, man? You over at your page with the boy Yusuf Hood. It's me. I'm right here talking to you live on my station, HoodFilms. The website is HoodFilms.com. Definitely like this page. Definitely subscribe, share, become a part of the HoodFilms Army. We're grateful for you showing up over here. We got a lot of dope content. We've been pushing stuff out here all week. More new stuff coming for next week. So just definitely keep the content first and foremost in your mind. And we appreciate you stopping by. Just like you stopped by right now, we appreciate you. I'm lighted up a little bit because, well, that's what you get to do when you own your own thing. See, I own this because I started it myself. I have no boss. Nobody ever bossed me in filmmaking. I never played that game. So you won't catch me on IMDb. You won't see me on those pages because those are people who are employed. I employ myself. So to find me, you go over to HoodFilms.com, and that's how you find out about me and my products and everything that I make, the things that I put out here in this world. And I like it like that. That don't mean I'm not gonna get on IMDb in the future, but I don't want to get them no money right now because I don't have to. I feel like go over to my website and give me some damn money. Because just because you opened up a website does not mean I need to pay you to certify myself as an artist. Even though it's working like that in a lot of times right now. So you pay those people at IMDb. If you do music, like I do music, I got a music page on here. It's my name, Yusuf Hood. You can go right here on YouTube and check out my music station. You got to pay the company to put your music out. Before you know it, you're paying all these bills to other companies to keep your business going. And sometimes you got to do that. I mean, that's what business is. You got to spend money to make money. So I just pick and choose who I feel like putting all that stuff and time into. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I just don't feel like sending them money every month. Because then it's like I got to go start working for somebody else's projects in order to keep my name ringing on that particular program. I mean, I could upload my own stuff, but like I said, why even go spend some money if I could upload my own stuff? Just come to my website. My website has a name that's a little bit known stronger than IMDb, which is just letters, and it's called HoodFilms. You heard of HoodFilms, you heard of Hood movies. That's just part of life. You've heard of it, whether you watch one, whether you like them, whether they make you happy when you see them, it don't matter. You heard of them, and that's why I named my brand after that. Because that's what I like to make. That's what I like to see. And so I put my stamp on that. You know what I'm saying? I saw early on what Master P had made about it, and it inspired the hell out of me. I was already inspired by Spike Lee, Robert Townsend, other filmmakers. But when I saw that one, it was like, yo, I know this guy is from the hood. It was such an inspiration to me. I started seeking cameras. I would have found me a camera. And when I got that camera, I started filming like it was shit. I filmed every day for years. I got footage up the wazoo. I got a garage full of just like little small DV tapes. Because just like anything else, the technology kept changing. Until one day, now you can edit on your phone. You can film on your phone and edit on your phone. This stuff, we was praying for this. This was almost like talking into your watch as a cell phone. You can talk into your watch to make a phone call now. So it's, you know, it's different. So by pushing my brand and building my brand, I was able to put myself in a position where I don't have to answer to people. Where I don't have to show up and feel like I don't fit in and all that shit. If I want to smoke, I can. And you watching this right now because you rock with me. You don't mind me smoking a little weed. You probably smoke weed yourself. Or if you don't smoke weed, you don't trip about smoking weed, because if a person tripping about me smoking weed, that's just like me coming to wherever that person's environment is. And then when it's time to start sipping drinks or whatever, they start pouring alcohol. I start turning my nose up like, y'all drink alcohol? All y'all get a cup? Like, whoa, I just didn't know I was with people that drink. Oh, you just drink socially. Yeah, but it's still drinking. So if you walking around here caring what somebody else feel or think about you, you're wasting too much of your time, because you're not even supposed to care. So that being said, I'm just hollering at y'all right now. This is like just me just talking straight to you, and I want you to be able to talk to me about anything that you want to, even about marijuana. What I do is I keep me several brands that I work on a constantly level. So right here, you with me at HoodFilms. I got my other channel is HoodFilms TV. I got my music channel on here, which is Yusef Hood, my first and last name. I got other channels on here as far as things that I do. I'm building up and working on trying to kick all those channels off as well. One of my channels is called the Hustle Awards. Well, another one of my channels I got is called Hood the Filmmaker LLC, which is an LLC that I also run. Another one of my channels is CBD Film Festival, where I do CBD Film Festivals, videos on film, on CBD, how it's helping people, and things of that nature in the marijuana industry. So I do all of those things because I want to have multiple income streams. So I have a lot of stuff going. It's kind of hard just to be locked in on one thing, even though I am. A lot of the stuff I do still is wrapped around filmmaking. So it allowed me to accomplish my passion as well as do other things. And that's why my YouTube page had been slacking so hard, because I wasn't aware of how to really navigate YouTube. I thought it was just like posting on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. You just make a post and people look at it and like it or whatever. But the more I dig in deeper into YouTube, I understand that there's more to it than that. It's more like YouTube is more like a place where you go to really showcase your work. You showcase the thing that you are proud of. You know what I'm saying? It even could be a place where you archive shit. Like, for instance, all that stuff I told you I got in the garage. I could take all of those tapes, revert them down to digital, and then put them all on the YouTube pages and just have it just run. And so if I would be like, well, shit, you know, whatever happened in 2014 when we shot that thing, let me go on this YouTube video and look up my videos from 2014. And they'll be there, because YouTube is supposed to be around forever. It's supposed to never go away. So it's a great place to archive, and it's definitely a great place to make money, because the more videos you put up, the more people are going to come and watch, and then the more you'll be able to use that as a way to use your subscribers as revenue. A lot of people are doing digital products. They're selling digital products. These products allow you to sell other people's products, but you sell it on your page, and then you get a cut out of what that person would have made. So it's not your product, but there's a way for you to sell your own digital products. You can go on places like Canva and create products on that platform and put them right directly up on YouTube or Instagram, or even do tutorials about making your product. So YouTube has a lot of ways to allow you to express yourself. And that's why I like it so clearly, because it's like, you know, as sort of like a confession, I sent one of my movies, my most recent movie, to Amazon. And while I got an email from them asking me if I wanted to send my movie to them, I was like, yeah, I was finishing up in the edits, and I sent it to them. After about a good 4 weeks, right at that time, they had the little crisis in America where they killed the black guy, George Floyd, and then the black people, they started being on some, oh, we so sorry how we treat you. You know, the white people company started acting like that. And so they had my movie. They were supposed to be live. It was supposed to be live since April. That happened to that kid in around May 31st, May 30th or something. They still didn't let it go live, like 6 weeks later. So after that started winding down, the Black Power stuff, all of that, they was wearing kente at the cloth at the White House. They ended up hitting me back and saying, yo, we're not going to make your movie go live because we want you to fix the audio, make the audio better. And I'm like, what? I could get the hell out of that audio. What are you talking about? Yo, make the audio better and send it back to us. So they sent my movie back to me without making it go live. After keeping it for 2 months, when they could have just told me this 2 weeks or whatever, but okay, fine. So I decided I'm not sending them shit. Like, why would I go as an artist and come take you something and then say, is this pleasing enough? I don't give a fuck what your policy is, what your practice is. Kiss my ass. I ain't sending you shit. This my motherfucking movie, and I'm gonna sell that motherfucker my way. So keep your Amazon Prime, all that bullshit. Y'all can kiss my ass. I don't care. You got rules and regulations. I agree. I agree with your rules and regulations, but I don't need you. So after they sent my movie back, I just basically set it to the side, and I kept living my life. Like, okay, that's your opinion. You feel that way. Why would I cry? This is your system. Amazon Prime is yours. So I can't get mad at you if you tell me that my movie is not what you want it to be. Now, the movie that I'm talking about, you can see it right now on my YouTube page. I don't want to give away the story because I want you to see it, but towards the end, it's an amazing shift in the movie, and it kind of takes the movie in another direction. And I think that that's probably, I knew this sending it out to those kind of people, that they're not going to want to put that message out here in America because it's a black message. And that's what the script was. That's what the story was. I wrote this movie 13 years ago. In 2007 was when I wrote the movie. It's been 14 years ago now. So, but I didn't assume that that was going to be some black crises happen, that they was going to murder some dude in Minnesota. What the hell? Come on. This movie was years ago. And when we shot it, it just so happened that just by happenstance, the edits had finished in April. So by the time they did that to that guy, they still had my movie and was like, they told me on their website, this movie is going to go live April 20th, April 21st or something like that. And I was like, I told that April 14th, whatever. I told everybody I knew. The movie never went, I think it was like the 17th. The movie never went live and then and it never went live. So they just never told me all through that time while I'm sitting here telling people, yo, when we going to go live? They never said a word. Amazon Prime didn't. Then eventually, after all that Black Power stuff died down, they sent my movie saying, yo, we ain't making this go live on our network. You got to fix the sound. Fix the sound and resend it. So I could have did that. But as an artist, I thought about it and was like, well, why would I go fix the sound so I could be on your platform? That would make it seem like that I'm giving you insufficient product. And I know I'm not. So I'm not going to even acknowledge that to make it seem like I've sent you some stuff that's insignificant. How about your brand is insignificant? And I don't give a damn who on your system. Congratulations to them. I'm not a hater, but I ain't resending you nothing. That's just my take on it. I'm not going to do that. So that's just how I feel. And the same way is if I bought a car from Toyota, if I bought a car from whatever company, I'm not going to drive the car back up to the place and say, y'all got too many extra things on. Put this one back in there and put some of those back. I don't like how y'all got all these in here. Could you take some of these back out? They ain't going to do like, oh, yeah, cool. Just line them up over there. Them the cars who we're going to fix for the customer. Because we know everybody will be happy with what we gave you. No. Everything we gave you is perfected because we sent it to you. And when I gave it to you, that's how it's supposed to look and that's how it's supposed to sound. If that ain't what you want, that's your choice. But that don't mean you get to come and tell me to change nothing. So as far as I was concerned, that relationship was over. And I turned my back on it. I never looked back. So all of a sudden, they started hitting me with emails. Yo, are you going to send it back? Hey, what's going on? Hey, we're going to push you right to the front. All you got to do is resend it. I'm like, why? What the hell would I resend my movie? I know that my movie, the climate of the world had caught up to the story in my movie. This just happened. I didn't know this. But it's some jerks who saw that sitting in an office, watched that film I sent them, and then looking at the news in the world, and they said, we can't put this out. Fine. I looked at it like, if you see a movie where political statements are in, and it just so happened that the world turns into a political statement like that, why wouldn't you put this movie out if we both in here trying to make money? Even if the audio, in your opinion, wasn't to the part that you want, why didn't you put the movie out, let's get money, and then you tell me, hey, send us another updated version, quick, upload it within the next 2 days, or 4 days, or a week, or 2 hours. Nothing. You play me like I gave you some faulty stuff. So I don't take it personal. I look at it and say, this relationship cannot go further. We're moving in another direction over here at HoodFilms. Thanks for knowing you and goodbye. So again, months go by, basically the summer. And now all of a sudden they hit me all in emails. Yo, hey, we just was wondering, are you still gonna make it go live? Who are you choosing to distribute your film through? Let us know. Any message. They ain't the only distribution company. Another distribution company told me the same thing, but they in cahoots. They know each other. They brand it. They have two friends in the same market. If I sell it to this company, he give it to them. Serious, period, point blank. That's how it go. He can't make money if they don't have it. He just in the game. So I was cutting him in 20%. Because that's how the game works. In any industry, you cut in a distribution company so he can get it to different avenues. This distribution company told me the same thing. Hey, fix the audio right here. And I was like, okay, cool. Thank you for taking my movie, and I appreciate your opinion. Thank you. And they started hitting me. Hey, what's up? Are you fixing it? What's going on? Let me know. You haven't hit us back. And I'm like, I don't have to hit you back. I'm self-made. I'm the boss and CEO of HoodFilms. You don't have to take nothing I give you. I agree with your opinion. You said something was wrong in this, and in the system that you run, it wouldn't fit up. That's okay. But I have a system too. I have a network too. And since you got a network and it just don't fit, I'll try it out in my network. And it'll be called I Get 100%. I don't have to send you nothing. I don't have to concern myself with your opinion about what I did. I don't have to worry about networking with people that know you. I don't have to worry about connecting with you in the future, seeing if I fit in with you, if something I'm saying is correct with you. It don't matter, because everything I do here is self-made through me. I created, just like that movie I sent you. I spent every dime on it. I wrote every lyric in it, any word in it. I shot it. I made sure I edited every second of it. I paid attention to fine detail in this, because it's something I love. I'm not doing it to fit in. I ain't doing it to get invited to no party. I'm not doing none of that. I'm doing it because it's something I love. I'm gonna be doing it for the rest of my life. Whether it's a Netflix, an Instant, whether it was you put the movie in a PlayStation, an Xbox, however you play it to extraterrestrially, where they beam it down from a satellite, that's fine too. I dedicated my life to something, so I'm gonna continue to do it. So that's the motivation I want to give you. Don't let nothing stand in your way. Don't let nothing be like that's gonna be the thing that's like, oh, well, if they don't take it, what do I do? Yo, if you liking this video and you getting value, make sure you like and subscribe. That's critical, because what you're doing there, you helping me get these messages out to more people just like you. Because if you're listening this deep into the video, you like what I'm saying and you like how I'm kicking it, and I'm gonna continue right on into the stories. Eventually, I stopped answering those emails from those distribution companies, Amazon Prime, and the other one, and then I just deal with it on my own. Eventually, they started hitting me with messages like, "This is the last time we're going to contact you." So be it. Then let it be the last time you contact me. I'm not scared, because I don't care if I fit in with you or not. My objective is to believe in myself and go full throttle as Hood and as Yusef Hood, and that's what I'm going to do, and I'm never going to stop that, because I believe in myself and I worked hard to get to this point. And as far as I know, IMDb wasn't there, Amazon wasn't there, Netflix wasn't there, computers wasn't there, cell phones wasn't there, you wasn't even there, because you go through this life and you're doing it on your own. You're trekking through it. You're trying your best to do the best you can, and then one day it works out, but you never gave up throughout the route. That's the whole trick. That's like what YouTube is again. My page is 10 years old. I started this thing 2011. My birthday of YouTube is March 18th, 2011. That's when I started this page. But I never put nothing on it. I never played with it. I never dabbled with it. I never did nothing. And then eventually, I started playing around with it. I started kind of putting little videos here and little videos there, and then I left it on again. So in 10 years, I dabbled with this thing. I kind of like played around with it. Saw what it was, didn't really give it my all, and I got the results of such. What if I would have gave it my all? What if I would have broke my neck to do everything to put a video up here? 17 videos in a month, 29 videos in a month, 45 videos in a month, 60 videos in a month. You 2 videos a day, no matter what, because this is what you believe in. You putting your message out there to the world. You building up your thing. So it take you to have to go through some things again to learn. As soon as you start understanding what it is, as soon as you comprehend it a little bit more thoroughly, you can go in there and do what you want to do and do your thing. And that's what I had to get through. I literally had to understand YouTube further. I did that first. I just thought it was just like a platform that you pop up little photos or videos and you keep it moving. But it's actually a place where you can build up an audience and build up a friendship and build up a relationship with people that's not people who know you. Personally, that is. And then you vibe with them and kick it with them and give information on things that you think they want to know. They tell you in the comments, like y'all should be doing right now. Leaving comments, let me know how you like the videos, what you want to talk about on here, because we're going to be talking to each other for a long time. I'm sorry I didn't talk to y'all for the last 10 years. Again, I just didn't know how it worked. Now we're looking at 2020, 20, and 21, and I'm doing it. You know, I don't even think I would have been smoking weed on the internet to y'all back then, because not knowing what YouTube was. I basically spent 15 years just kind of not really understanding what it was, just seeing people on there, seeing what it was, but I didn't think I wanted to have my face out there. Like, what if people see you like this, and what if people look at you like that? But you can't live life like that. You gotta sometimes just put yourself out there, and the right people will show up. So instead of putting myself on YouTube for the last 5 years, I literally stood on Michigan Avenue in Chicago and sold my products. Not understanding what YouTube was and what YouTube could do. and how many people would connect to me if I just got on here and just be myself. I didn't even get on here, so I was on the street. And the funny thing, you like, still on the street? What are you talking about? Well, that was a tradition in my personal family. My family, the hoods, that's what we did. We sold on the streets. We sold. You see this stuff all the time when you're in the big cities. Kids out there selling stuff on the street. I think, what's the name? Meek Mill just got into a deal because he gave some kids $20. They was out there selling on the streets or whatever. That's what we did to make money. You know what I'm saying? For yourself as a child, as a young person, you just went out there. You found ways to ask people that was grown, "Hey, can I help you to your car? Can I help you like that? Help you this?" And they said, "Yeah." And then you made money like that. So, and my father used to take us out. Him, he sold on the streets too. My father, he sold on the streets. So it was like 3 generations of that. So when I started running into problems in my film life, and it was like, okay, well, what's going on? I'm leaving Hollywood, my money running out, I don't know what to do, what's going on? It's like, what do I do? Okay, you got to get back to hustling, because that's what you actually are missing. You keep forgetting you're missing it because you want to go past it. You want to actually move past that. So you're willing to put it down, but sometimes you put it down too soon. So, you know, and if I would have kept up with even just filming myself when I was out there hustling, because that's a lot of energy and that's a whole other world of its own. Just out there talking to tourists, people from all over the world, trying to get them to stop and buy your stuff, and people saying weird shit to you or looking weird or acting weird, and you out here on the streets trying to make money, and it's a daily apparatus. This is every single day. The only thing that stopped it from being an everyday thing was the pandemic. The pandemic had slowed it down to the point where they stopped even bringing tourists to Chicago. So it was just flat. You couldn't do nothing. And so it's even like that now. We had a small resurgence when the Christmas thing just came around, but it was already rough in January, February, and March in Chicago just because of the weather. And sometimes because of the weather here, it won't kick back up or sell on the streets until like May. Because it's brutal outside. You can go out there, you can try to dabble a little bit, but it's not that consistent grind, because most of the people who hustle, who out there buying shit, ain't coming because of the weather. You know, it's the warmer climate. It's the warm times when you got a more chance of going. But then it can't be too sunny. It can't be 105. It can't be 106. It still got to work out just like with anything else. The perfect conditions to get you the perfect results. But nothing in life is perfect, and nothing gonna get you that perfect result. You just got to kind of keep going along the route. And again, I didn't know that earlier about my YouTube, where I was supposed to put so much more time into building my page and time into over these years. You know what I mean? I'm not crying. I'm happy that I learned that situation, that by me studying further up on YouTube, I realized that you can even check the area to know when you started your stuff. There's a little area that you look, and it tell you the time you started. And it's like, oh hell, I'm thinking to myself, well, what was I thinking like at that point? Like, what was my mind doing? It's just weird. And I think they was 10 years old at that point, YouTube, because they came out around about 2005, 2006. And I had HoodFilms under this name with them back then, you know, like 05, 06 when they first came out. But not understanding it, when the crisis hit in 08, I was trying to get jobs and work again. I closed it down. I closed it because I didn't want nobody finding me on YouTube, and then they find out, oh, he make hood movies. Look at these street movies he make. Oh my God, look at these people. Like, what the hell? That girl ain't got no bra. Oh my God. And so I was trying to not hide it, but I just didn't put it up there. And then somebody in the world came to me and was like, yo, you hood? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He was like, yo, let me put your stuff on YouTube. Not understanding he could have actually put it up in my name. I didn't understand all that. He put it up in his name. So I still didn't get it. So years went by, I think about 2 or 3 years. And then all of a sudden, I started trying to understand YouTube. At one point, I started trying to put my movies up on YouTube. And they hit me with the flag, like, you can't put this up. I'm thinking like, what are you talking? You can't put this up. I'm like, why? They said somebody else got this footage up, and it was this person. And I said, this can't be that guy who I spoke to at the, no. Eventually, they was like, the only way for us to give you access to the footage that you claim is yours, because I had to send them all these credentials to show us my footage. And then they was like, either you can make him take it down yourself, we can force it down, but you need to talk to him. You need to contact the guy. So I contacted him, and I was like, yo, bro, that you got to take my videos down. He was like, yeah, man, I get to it, man. I get to it. You know, I'm thinking like, what you mean? You got to take it down now. He said, yeah, I get to it. Oh, man, come on, man. He moved on. So I had to contact them, and I was like, you got to cut him because he busy. I don't know what the hell going on. I want my shit back up here, but I want it on my page. So they cut him. And they gave me access to my videos that I had given access to another person, not understanding YouTube. Me and him was just on the streets. He bought my DVDs. And he was like, do you mind if I sell them on YouTube? And I was like, no, I didn't even imagine him putting it on my page because you have to understand these things first. I just was like, yeah, I'm going to blow up if he play them on his page because people going to know me because they're going to be watching his page. I didn't understand all that shit. So make a long story short, he put the videos up. So reached back to me after they put it down. He was like, hey, man, what the fuck going on? Why would you make them take my videos down? You told me I could put it up there. And I was like, yeah, I understand that, but it's time for me to start using it. Now, he had like 300,000 views, 200,000 views. I'm not kidding you. And I was happy because I'm thinking like, look, my stuff is on YouTube. But they, you could own your own stuff on YouTube. So he was like, well, what, all you had to do is ask me. And I'm like, I did ask you to take it down. But you was like, you would get to it, and I need access to it ASAP. So we have no beef. Me and the guy was really cool because, again, I met him as I was selling. You meet millions of people while you're selling all the time, every single day, second for second, you meeting somebody. So you really don't remember every single person that you talk to or say something to. And if they jar your memory, time could have passed since you have made this conversation to deal with them. And then I don't even remember the state of mind I was in at that point or nothing. So by the time I spoke to him about it, we squashed the beef, and it had spiked his page, this guy's. And then now they have him up as a person who steals footage, if you will. And it's like, but he necessarily really didn't steal it because I told him he could put it up. But since he wasn't going to hurry up and take it down, because I had like about 5 or 7 movies. And so that's there on my page now. And then he was going to get back to it on me. And I'm sitting up here at this time on this very page right here, this channel, saying, I need my stuff up there. He got 200,000 views. I need them 200,000 views. And I got like probably 12, 30, 25. And then I left it. I left YouTube again and was like, okay, that didn't work. I guess old boy got all those YouTube views from these videos. He was the one who gained the profit from that. So, okay. And I moved on again. So you come to these little thresholds of moments when you feel like, okay, yeah, I'm going to put a lot more time into this YouTube, bro. And yeah, and then something happens, somebody, something come up, or maybe something happened that's not related to the computer, but it really in your real life. And you turn your back on it. And it's like, yeah, make a YouTube post, right? Yeah, I forgot. What was it? What was I going to talk about? So sometimes you see people do stuff more on a consistent level. Like they got the kids that's doing skits, comedy skits all the time. So that means you got to write the skit out. You got to have somebody with you. Y'all talking it out, then y'all make it happen. Or, people walking, I've seen people walk through neighborhoods now. Hey, this is Blasey Skippy neighborhood. And I'm thinking like, all the fucking times I travel, I even seen somebody filming the homeless people down in LA. And I'm like, I've been homeless in LA. What the fuck? I could have been busting a camera on me, putting it on YouTube, making money for fucking years. You just don't be knowing. You don't understand it until you know it. And so I wasn't going to say nothing about all this stuff because it's embarrassing now. It's like, wait a minute. I had a fucking YouTube channel 10 fucking years. And I never even put videos up on it. But if you look through my scan, it looked like I got 100,000. It told me I got 160 videos. Can you imagine that? That sounds crazy. And I'm telling you tonight, but in 10 years, I put up 160 videos. Still ain't got number 93 followers and 500 watch hours. 500 watch hours, yeah. I saw those analytics, and now I understand what analytics are, and I understand how to look at them and what they are. So it's like now when I read it, it's like, oh, okay, this is how long somebody watched the video. This is how long somebody was on my page, or this is how they found my page. And just little things like that they show you in this YouTube analytics stuff. So I started reading up on that, and I learned more about what it was and how it affect my page. And I started realizing like, damn, so for 10 years, I got 93 people who subscribe to me. and they really barely have ever seen my stuff come across their page because I don't never put it up. So, and then I got 540 watch hours. You need 4,000 to actually get them to let you make money on here. But when you don't post videos at all, you ain't gonna have that. So this video, I'm telling you this because I don't think it's gonna be too many other people out there that got YouTube channels that they have just left dormant, that they don't do nothing about. They don't try to fix it up. They don't try to put nothing up there. And it's just sitting there. It's just like a YouTube page just sitting there. I think most people, when they start one, they're going to start kind of dabbling with it and messing around with it and kind of sticking to it, because I don't think you're going to actually make a YouTube page and not going to stick to it, especially nowadays, because it's more easier. Your cell phone can do it. It's not this whole, if I put a YouTube video, who's going to see it? You know, that was a little thing that used to run me crazy. I used to think like people from high school was going to see it. My neighborhood buddies at Grove was going to be like, how do you get it? Now it's not, I see it's not like that. The algorithm is inside YouTube, just like at Amazon. The algorithm is inside, and Google is inside Google. So you have to work inside that system. You're not working outside of it. You're not sharing it, and then 10,000 people gonna run to the video. They run into the video because their video is related to them. It's something about them that like it, and then it comes across their page, which they call that impressions. If a person see your stuff scan across the page, they call that an impression, and they click it. It's like they were impressed by what you had, maybe the thumbnail, maybe the words you said, and then they'd be like, I want to see what the hell is to this video, the length of the video. And they all put all three of those things together and they watch it. And now you got a visitor or you got a viewer. So this is how that thing works. It's a process. It's an up and down process, as you can tell, as I learned now how rough it's been to not have that many videos coming out and seeing how slow that my show has, my channel has to go now. It's made me understand the significance of consistency. Consistency is the key, because if you put up videos and you start doing that more actively, then you'll be able to make more of an impact on yourself and your community as just subscribers. If they can see that you got videos coming every Friday, like I watched this one called the 85 South Show. Every single Friday, they got a comedy thing coming out. Sometimes it don't even be something that I want to look at. Like they may even have a concert where somebody's actually playing music. Well, I came for the little comedy thing, so I don't get to see the comedy thing, so I kind of move on. But every single Friday, I know they got a show. So even if I don't watch it, I'm going over there, I'm checking to see what's happening this week. And it's all happening on YouTube, just like I would be checking somebody's TV show if I was watching a movie on TV. Okay, did I catch it? Is it right on time? Or what time do it come on? They even got reminders now, so you can get reminded of the show that you want to look at. So that's another good thing. But the another show that I watch religiously, I'm talking about every single show, but I never catch it. I always catch it on a rebound. Like I watch the replay of it, just like most of us do when you click a YouTube video. You're not watching it right when it was uploaded. You was watching it after it was uploaded, an hour or 2 hours later. So what I used to do, I would Corey Holcomb, the 5150 show, I crack up every single week watching that, because they just be raunchy, crazy, and it's just about all kind of stuff that I just be interested in, and they make me laugh like a motherfucker. And I kind of follow every person on the panel. I kick it with everybody on there. I don't know them. I'm just saying, as a fan, I kick it with them like, yeah, okay, that's Zoe Williams, that's Craig's, that's 50. I mean, that's Corey, that's Darlene. Like, I know the characters and stuff like that. I mean, I'm expecting to see them every week, and if one don't be there, they always give an update like, yeah, Blase didn't come because of this. And it's like, you kind of looking forward to them to show up every week. Like, yeah, what they talking about? What's going on? And it's gotten like that because in the last 10 years, they've always done a show on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day. They just always do it. So by the time I catch it, when they come across my screen, it's Wednesday. Or yeah, like by 2 in the morning, now I see it. It's up. Okay, boom. I click it. I watch that thing the next day. And I'm laughing, I'm kicking it, and then after that, I rarely watch anything else on Corey Holcomb's show page. I literally just watch that show every single week. So I'm sure it's something in the world that you watch like that, or you might want to watch like that. Man, it might even be my page. You know what I'm saying? And so do your thing, go for yours. Try to use some of the stuff I told you right here to let that leverage you into putting your stuff up there with some consistent level. Don't have a page that's 10 years old and now you up here sad because you realize you've really been left behind. Okay, maybe that's a little too personal, but put your stuff up there. Pump yourself up on YouTube. It's free. Nobody is stopping you. You can go up there and point your camera right up to the sky and film yourself, or point it down and look down at it, and do all of these things to have fun with your YouTube page. So I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll be back at y'all soon.